let's move into our next topic here, guys. And I know Rick, me and you just watched this right before here because you hadn't seen it.
True.
But we're going to get into this. John, I haven't asked if I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Okay.
The Dune trailer? Did you watch the Dune trailer?
I have not.
You did not watch it.
I don't know much about Dune.
I don't either,
really?
but I will say it's fucking epic. Excuse me.
There's
The trailer's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you never watched like the original Dune movie from like the 70s or whatever?
no, like I know it's a thing. Dune to me is in the same ballpark, the same arena as Tron. Like there's this reverence for these old classic sci-fi films from the 70s that I just don't. I never got exposed to, so I just don't have that touchstone.
I'm not the biggest fan of Tron by any means. See, with my example for that would be Blade Runner, because like I've actually like I think 3 times tried to sit through the first Blade Runner movie, and I could never finish it. Like I just got bored of it. Like, and I know everybody loves Blade Runner. Everybody talks about how amazing Blade Runner is. I watched Blade Runner 2049, who Denis Villeneuve was the director of Blade Runner 2049. He is now the director of this new Dune movie. And this new Dune movie isn't necessarily a remake as much as it's supposedly following the books much more than it's following the book much more than it's like it's not a sequel and it's not necessarily a reboot, but I guess it technically is a reboot to some degree. But it's just a new Dune movie more closely following the book, which I have not read. All I remember is the movie. That was like, it's not the greatest movie in the world, but it has just like a lot of cool imagery in it more than anything.
The original Dune?
Yeah.
Sting was in that.
Yeah, like there's Patrick Stewart was in it. Like,
yeah, there's all kinds of actors.
I mean, it was like a who's who back in the day, and it kind of is a who's who of actors in this one too, because the cast for this movie is incredible.
It looks fucking epic.
It does look epic. Like
after watching the trailer, I was like, okay, like I'm into this.
Yeah, and they used
Pink Floyd,
the Pink Floyd song Eclipse. They did like a slowed down kind of, I don't know.
It wasn't
like
by Pink Floyd. It was just like a remake.
Yeah, and it was really good. I don't know how well the song actually fit with the trailer, in all honesty, but the song itself was cool.
Like, no, it sounded good with the trailer. I thought.
Who's the lead?
Timothée Chalamet?
Yeah, Timothée Chalamet.
Okay.
That's this guy here.
I'm actually checking it out while you guys are recapping some of it.
He's a great actor.
It's got a very I don't know if it's the color palette that they're using or what, but it's got a very Game of Thrones-esque.
That's pretty much what Dune is like Game of Thrones in space.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like futuristic.
It's very much more a political thing because you kind of get. And this is one of the things like that's kind of bad about the trailer. In some ways, is one like you don't know anything about Dune, so you're really not going to get a lot out of that trailer. I think it was really made for a lot of people who know kind of what's going on, and which I'm hoping they do like a better marketing job for this movie than they did for Blade Runner 2049, because like Blade Runner 2049 was a really damn good movie, and that's coming from somebody who I have never been able to sit through the first Blade Runner movie. Like I know that's sacrilegious to a lot of people, but like I haven't even been able to sit through that whole movie. And I went into Blade Runner 2049 and I loved it. But they marketed that movie explicitly to Blade Runner fans. They didn't market it for like more mass appeal, because that movie essentially bombed at the box office. It cost like almost $300 million for them to make and like market, if not more than that. And I think it only made like a little over 200 million. So like they lost money on Blade Runner 2049, even though like it's like an A+ movie. Like it's a great movie. So I hope they do a better job marketing this, just because again with this trailer I'm getting kind of the same vibes, in that it's just kind of being marketed to Dune fans, which there's a little bit of Dune fans out there. It's not Star Wars, you know. It's like not a super.
It's different.
Yeah, it really didn't do too well like it when the first movie came out. Like it wasn't like some big thing. Granted, it wasn't like it wasn't like the greatest movie in the world.
It's kind of like a cult classic, though, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it is, and that's mainly because like nowadays too, like a lot more people read the books and like whatever, or the book. I keep saying books because I'm used to everything having multiple books, but I think there's just one Dune book, and I might be wrong about that, but I just remember saying one book called Dune. And but they had the Doom movie came out in like the 70s, and they did like a Children of Doom TV series that came out I think like in the 80s or 90s, and like they tried to like kind of revive it and like do something with it with that. And I think that was supposed to be, don't take my word for it, but I think it was like a prequel, if not a sequel. It was one of the two. It wasn't just like a retelling of like the Dune movie in TV series form. It was either a prequel or a sequel. I have it. I just haven't watched it yet, but because I wanted to. I literally got the original Dune movie and the Children of Doom series to watch again, because I literally haven't watched a movie since I was a kid. And like when I was a kid, I had no idea what the hell was going on. I
can imagine.
They just talked about spice and like the sandworms look cool.
Spice must flow.
Yeah, like then like fear is the mind killer. That's all the stuff I really know. Like all I really remember about it. Pretty much everything they showed in the trailer was the only stuff I remember from watching it as a kid. I don't remember anything else. But from all the stuff I've heard of people who like are like super hyped for Dune and have read the book and are like, whatever, in that Dune sphere, it's essentially like Game of Thrones in space. It's much more political. You kind of get that vibe from it in the trailer vaguely, because it's like his dad's, pretty much going to get overthrown and whatever. And he's like, oh no, my dad's fine. He's got a planet. And they're like, well, he's about to lose that. Like, and that's kind of like where it goes. Like political space thriller kind of thing with a bunch of cool special effects and stuff. But what has me most excited for it is the director, Denis Villeneuve. Because like, I don't know if you're familiar with all of his work other than, like I said, like Blade Runner 2049, but he made Arrival. He made
oh god, such a fucking good movie.
Yeah, he made Enemy, Sicario, Prisoners with Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. Like every movie he has made has been like just stellar. They've all been good. He hasn't made a bad movie yet, and they've all been not just like good movies. Like they're all great. Like every movie he's made so far has been just awesome. So like that has me like super excited, because this Dune movie wasn't just something he randomly just got picked to do. Like he wanted to make this movie. This was like something just like Blade Runner. Like he had the idea to make this. He's a huge fan of this stuff. He wants to bring it to life, and that always excites me more than anything. Is like when
so someone's actually passionate. He has a vision for it. He has a vision that he wants to. Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, you just watched the trailer, right? You said, what'd you think of it? What did you think of it?
Like I said, it gives again, I don't know if color palette or gave me a kind of a Game of Thrones vibe from it, but it looks good. It looks. I was kind of shocked at all the people I recognize, the actors that are in it that I didn't realize were going to be in it.
It's a who's who, man.
It really is.
Cast. Yeah,
the cast is insane. Stellan Skarsgård is playing the Baron Harkonnen guy, the big dude that was in the came out of the oil bath. Like he was in like a fat suit. That's Stellan Skarsgård.
One of the Skarsgård brothers?
No, the dad.
Oh, the dad?
Yeah, the dad from like Thor and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like I didn't even notice at first like that was him, because they did a really good job with the fat suit.
Yeah.
I really, I don't know what it is. I hope it's excellent. Like I now hearing you talk about it, you've kind of piqued my interest on it, and I'll probably go check it out now. But I don't know. Like I get really apprehensive about these old kind of not mainstream, kind of fringe cultish movies that they redo. What was the one you just mentioned previously? The
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. What was it? And then Tron we talked about earlier. They redid Tron a couple years back, and like I'm not sure what they're banking on. I'm not sure if they're banking on trying to get a new audience in, if they're counting on the old audience just being that excited and their excitement pulling in new people. I don't know, but I have yet to. You said Blade Runner 2049 was excellent, so maybe that's the.
Did you not see it?
I haven't seen it. No.
Did you watch the original Blade Runner?
I did. I watched it. I don't know. It's only been probably about 10 years since I watched that, because I had always heard so much about it, and it was fine. It was better than I expected it to be for being a movie from 1980 or so.
Yeah, it was like it was sometime in the 80s. Yeah, pretty good year.
So those old sci-fi with the old sci-fi graphics.
Right.
but it was
good
fine.
for what
I
it was, yeah.
just didn't, it didn't. I didn't love it so much that like when I heard 2049 was coming out, I was like, oh, I got to go see it. So
Right. And that's the thing, like that's the only that's what has me hesitant with it is like I hope that they do a better job with marketing this to I don't know, to just more of like a general audience because like with that trailer, I like even me, someone who's like, I'm gonna go see this movie regardless because like I just it's kind of nostalgic for me, even though this is like technically speaking before my time to some degree. I watched it as a kid all the time, just like I did the original Star Wars trilogy. You know what I mean? So like
Mhm.
I'm excited to see it just based on that. But to someone who has like never seen it, I don't think this trailer is really would have sold you on it because it really didn't sell me on it. I was already
Yeah.
going to see it regardless. You know, I
Yeah.
don't think the trailer was really that great. Eric, like you really liked it though.
I thought it was sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I like all the imagery and everything they had, but like I just don't think like. I mean, it was just the first trailer, but at the same time, this movie is supposed to come out in December.
I thought it looked super epic.
It
Mhm.
looks epic. I mean, it looks very.
I'm like into that sort of stuff though. Like I like epic stories and big movies, and so
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm mostly excited for one nostalgia purposes, but mainly because of Denis Villeneuve, the director. Because, like I said, I haven't been disappointed by him at all. Like by any of the movies he's made, even his smaller ones like Enemy and Prisoners. Like Prisoner, did you ever see Prisoners? Either of you?
No.
you know.
Definitely go watch that. It's Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal, and like it's like a thriller movie. I think it's like Hugh Jackman's like kids go missing or something. Essentially, like without spoiling too much of anything what happens, but like Jake Gyllenhaal's like the cop, and like but it's like it's really like there's a
Okay.
lot of tension. It's really good. I mean, obviously Jake and Hugh are like some of the best actors like in the
Yeah.
world. So, but like it's super good. Like it seems like a kind of paint by numbers kind of story, but like it's good. Go watch it. But you guys got anything else on Dune, or you want to jump into?
Jump into the other stuff.
All right, but what do you guys think? You let us know down in the comment section below what you thought of the Dune trailer. We all kind of, I guess, have some sort of mixed feelings about it, but we're all looking forward to it to some degree. So whatever it is, let us know down in the comment section below.